Imagine being told that a friendly good morning, just a serious concern about how are you today, has changed the course of history of all of mankind. Now I can see the eyebrows and I can see the astonishment in your faces about such an exaggerated, outlandish, illogical, irrational claim. Yet, my friends, I must tell you, this is exactly what happened, and we all know it. Let me explain. Last week's parasha, we are being told how Joseph, young man of 17, brothers hate him. After first wanting to kill him, they decided to sell him into slavery. He ends up in Egypt as a servant in the minister of the butcher, Sarat HaBochim, Potiphar. And his wife, when she saw that she cannot influence Joseph to do her bidding, inappropriate bidding, she trumps up charges against him, and he finds himself languishing as an innocent young man in prison. Eventually, and that is many years later, he's being told that he's getting under his care two distinguished ministers, important politicians, the butler and the baker in the court of Pharaoh. Very possibly the very same individuals who were part of condemning him to his terrible situation. Yet, one morning, when he notices in them a certain melancholy, a certain depression more than usually, he turns around to them and says, "What's the matter? Why do you look so sad today more than any other day?" They then in turn share with them the most personal dreams. And when it turns out that his interpretation of the dreams were 100% correct, eventually, when Pharaoh has dreams, he needs somebody to interpret it for him. Suddenly, someone remembered, oh, there is a young lad, a Hebrew, a stranger, a slave, who is capable of interpreting dreams. He's being called, he interprets properly the dreams to Pharaoh, and he lands himself the most prestigious job, the most powerful job of that time. He's de facto the leader of the entire world, being the viceroy, where Pharaoh gives him carte blanche, you do everything. Now the rest is history. Eventually, as we know, Yaakov came down to Egypt with his family. The Jewish community settled in Egypt. We were enslaved brutally for 210 years. Moshe Rabbeinu is freeing us, taking us out of exile of Egypt. We're receiving the Torah. We're wandering in the desert for 40 years, and then eventually we're entering the land of Israel, and history continues. But if you think about it, all this happened due to what? Because Joseph was caring enough beyond the call of duty about two individuals who had a sad expression on their face. My friends, this is the message of Yosef. This is the message of Hanukkah. One candle. It's just lighting one candle, and this will change the entire world. And as the Rambam tells us, we should put always the world on an even scale, 50-50. The one good deed which will tip the scale for him or herself and for the entire world. This is what we must do, especially now in the time of Hanukkah. Let's go out. Let's find another person who maybe, for whatever reason, did not have the opportunity yet to light a Hanukkah candle. Give him and her the opportunity to participate in this amazing festival of light. That one candle that keeps on burning and burning and burning and growing and growing and growing. And it's growing to the number 8, the number of infinity. But it all starts with one candle. The way to the infinite is by appreciating the infinity which is in the one, the oneness, the one mitzvah, the one God, the one good deed, the oneness of the whole Jewish nation. And together we will light the way to redemption. May God help us to merit this one redemption right now. A happy Hanukkah, a bright Hanukkah, a redemptive Hanukkah.